What's up, YouTube? Timu's here. Now, since I'm doing my reviews for Stephen King film adaptations, here's my review for his 1989 for the 1989 horror film Pet Sematary. Now, of course, this is getting a new adaptation for Paramount Plus, and they did do a remake of it back in 2009, which I did not mind that remake of Pet Cemetery. So many people poo-poo on that Pet Cemetery remake. I thought it was fun for what it was. But nothing beats the original from 1989, directed by Mary Lambert. This 1989 Pet Cemetery is one of the creepiest stories of all time that's been told on film. If you guys don't really know much about the story, it's it's about this doctor named Lewis Creed, played by Dale Midkiff, who moves his family to Maine, and he ends up meeting this local named Judd Crandall, who's of course portrayed by Fred Gwynn, who you might remember from the Monsters fame, and Creed's beloved cat ends up getting killed, and so he ends up deciding to bury his cat in a pet cemetery. And of course, this cat ends up his cat ends up coming out of the pet cemetery and becoming very vicious. And then of course his not to mention his kid named Gage, played by Michael Hughes, also dies in a tragic accident, and he decides to bury his son's body in the pet cemetery, and he becomes evil as well. So anybody this movie shows one thing: if someone is dead, just keep them dead. Don't bury them in no pet cemetery, because thing is, if some as much as I miss my grandmother and as much as I wish she was alive, no way in hell will I ever bury my grandmother in a pet cemetery. Yeah, because when she comes out, ain't no way she's gonna be the same as she was before she passed. So so if someone's dead, just please keep them dead. Don't bring them back. Don't try to bring them back. Don't try to put them in the pet cemetery because they're gonna be totally different. All right. But that aside, the original Pet Cemetery is one of the most creepiest films of all time. You're not gonna want to look at poor cat the same way. You're not gonna want to look at your a son the same way. I mean, this movie gets really the character of Gage is one of the most creepiest kids on you ever see on screen. But the dude who plays him, Michael Hughes, he was so good as Gage. One of the most creepiest kids you ever be put on screen. Of course, you also had some other interesting cast members like Denise Crosby portrayed the role of Lewis's wife. You also had Blaze Badani also in this. It's a really decent story. With great performances, from Dale to Michael Hughes. Fred Gwynn is so good as Judd Crandall. I mean, John Lithgow is terrific, but no one beats Fred's performance. I mean, going from the Monsters to this, interesting turnaround right there. But yeah, the original Pet Cemetery will always hold up. I mean, this movie actually got released in 1989, which I believe. Oh no, Child's Play got. I thought Child's Play got released in '89 as well. That got released in '88. I always mess up the '80s stuff, but that side, the original Pet Cemetery is so good. I mean, the sequel is pretty good as well, but the original one will always hold up. I remember watching that thing on TV. I literally watch that thing on TV almost all the time when it's on. Sometimes it'll be shown on AMC, sometimes it'll be shown on other channels, but it's a really good one if you guys haven't seen that. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Have you ever seen the 1989 Pet Cemetery remake? And so, what story? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? What are some of your favorite parts, some of your favorite moments? And for the heck of it, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer this one or the 2019 remake? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Sematary signing out.